It is crucial to understand that there are two harvests that will take place at the second coming. There are two crops, so to speak, that are both in the process of maturing right now. We are living in the last days. Don't ask me how long. I don't know how long. It could be another 100 years. We don't know. The fact of the matter is, we are living in the last days, and all the Bible prophecies point to it. And in the last days, there are two harvests that are described in many parts of the Bible. One place is in the book of James. In James chapter 5, here in verse 5, it talks about the rich people that are where? When are they living? They are living in the last days. They're heaping together treasure for the last days. It says they're just accumulating money. They're just getting fat. This nourished their hearts. They're fattening their hearts as in a day of slaughter, like a lamb being fattened for the butcherer, the calf being fattened for the butcherer. So it's like a harvest. It's a source of food that's being prepared for a specific event. And then we also have this, where in verse 7, as we talked about in the last video, that is linked right here in the link below, it says, "Be patient, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord." That is the last days. The husbandman, that is a grape vineyard owner, a man that farms grapes. Notice he says he waits for his precious fruit of the earth. Notice it's precious. I need you to know that we are precious in God's eyes. We are made in his image. He sent his son to die for us. He considers us precious. And notice he says that the farmer has long patience for it until it receives the early and the latter rain. The outpourings of the Holy Spirit are compared to the early and latter rains. The early rain, if you know anything about agriculture, it germinates the seed. It gets it going. The latter rain is what ripens it for the harvest. One takes place in the beginning, the other takes place in the end. The early rain began at Pentecost in 31 AD. The latter rain will take place right before Jesus comes. Notice the parallel in Revelation. In Revelation 14, you've got the presentation of the last day gospel. Notice it's the everlasting gospel. It's in the form of three messages accompanied by three angels. Angels do not preach the gospel, but they help its presentation. And it's the same gospel that Jesus preached. It's the everlasting gospel. These last day gospel messages are accompanied by three angels. 2 verses down after these messages are proclaimed, what do we have? We have a cloud with the Son of Man on it, and what does he have? In his hand, a sharp sickle. What do you do with a sickle? You thrust in the sickle and you reap, for the time has come for him to reap. The harvest of the earth is ripe. And then he puts it in for a second harvest, and it's fully ripe. In other words,